Good evening, everybody. How you doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury, tuning in again from San Antonio, Texas. It is 6:57 p.m. Central Time. Wasabi! What's going on? Shooting in the dark SA. How you been, bro? Danny, my man. Hey, man. How you been? How is life? Are you still doing the? Are you still in the film making industry? It's good to see you, bro, man. It's been a long time, Danny. It's been a long time, bro. All right, just give me a few more seconds. We'll start. Trying to stay healthy. I am. I work for ABC now. Oh, nice. So, what do you do for ABC? We're all working from home now, though. I see. I see. All right. So yeah. So what do you do, man? Like, what do you specialize in? Are you like, do you produce like some type of like a video production for them, or what do you do? I'm a producer, editor for a social brand they have called Localish. Interesting. Localish. Like what does it do? Let me go check it out. Watch a Localish TV show, ABC. Localish LA series. Oh, so is this like a nationwide thing? I see there's a YouTube channel as well. I wonder what's going to happen to all the local bloggers and YouTubers who go to like. We also have a show called More in Common. Yeah, I'll check it out. Let's see. Wow, it's pretty interesting. Localish, huh? Fascinating. Well, that's good. At least you are putting your skills into the work. You know what I mean? So that's awesome, man. Yeah, we play nationally sometimes and always in our markets: New York, LA, Houston, Philly, San Francisco. Okay, North Carolina. Okay, that's nice. That's awesome, man. I mean, this is something like, is it? So is it like local from Localish? I can. It's very catchy, and automatically, oh, okay, Localish means something local. I'm assuming it's like what restaurants, local businesses, that kind of stuff, right? Or any kind of different events. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I just okay, I got to take Disney's SEO training classes as well as which has been cool. Oh, that's nice, man. You took a Disney search engine class. Hey, send me the stuff. Let me see how Disney do their own search engine. That'd be awesome. That'd be super super awesome. Okay, I'm gonna share this. Let's see. One of the questions that I got from this is actually a common question that I get from a lot of beginners in freelancing or anybody that's starting a business in the digital media or any kind of marketing kind of businesses, but development and graphics. So one of the most common questions I get is that how to get clients. So in my situation, because I've started this business like way back then, back in 2006, as a hobby, and later on I took it seriously as a business. But it took me a long time to reach where I'm at. So if I give you that answer, probably you're not gonna be happy about it, right? Like how I did it, and whatever I do, that doesn't mean it's gonna work for everybody, right? But there's some suggestion. I'm gonna share a couple of tips. I'm gonna also share this particular content on the Facebook post after I'm done. Even the talks about specifically for the excuse me, for the search engine stuff, but can also be applied for anybody that wants to get into, like, web development and even videographer. So how can I basically get more customers? So this is one of the questions that the freelance again usually asks this question. So you have so many ways. I mean, of course, the most expensive one going to be if you are going to run your own ads. If you know how to run, like, search engine ads, like, Google or Bing, or the social media ads to get the customer you need. So let me share some of the ideas from this awesome article from fatjoe.com. It's an SEO agency. So some of the tips that I'm going to share with you guys, and some of them it's theirs, and some of them are going to be mine, like from my own experience. The first thing that they shared, let's say, offer free social business page creation. That means if you let's say if you are into if you want to start a social media business, or if you want to offer social media services, why not eventually or initially create like up to like 5 social media channels, like Facebook and Twitter and whatnot, for like a local businesses that you always go to or you like, and they probably don't have it done correctly. So now you can take care of that. So you can basically do it, because this will help you to communicate with the local business, and you'll do it for them at no cost. It's a risk you are taking, but you can use it as a portfolio. You know what I mean? You can use it as a portfolio later on to show them, look what kind of work we did. Okay, so that's a good tip. Another option is if you can offer some type of audit, right? Let's say if you're a web designer or web developer, you can look at the website, do like an assessment, give them a detailed feedback of what are the issues from the user experience, from a customer point of view, learn a little bit of like analytics, and show them some sort of data, and give them this high valuable audit at no cost. Okay, you can do through the social media channel itself. You can blog about it on your website. You know what I mean? So those are second tip. Let's see what else we have here. Hold local free marketing training events. And I've done this specifically. This option, I love this one. Basically holding a at no cost training for your type of skills. You can use Meetup for that, and I started Meetup back in 2012, and I've been ever since doing all the classes. And because of those workshops at no cost to kind of help the startup community and the local businesses, I ended up giving classes and workshops at universities. From that, I also get requests to give like a paid gig to give sessions and classes and training, whatnot. And this also somehow builds your local brand, right? If you think big sometime, but if you start locally and build your business brand locally, doing that can actually help. Of course, it's time consuming because you gotta be consistent. Okay, you gotta be consistent, and if you attend any of the so-called, but right now, of course, everything is closed, or you can also do like a virtual attending all these so-called events. Don't just focus on the events or conferences just within your niche, but try to kind of branch out, because from there you need to learn how to communicate and engage with the audience and new people and whatnot. Okay, so those are some of the ideas. You can also create a social media niche-based group. So if you're in the web development or web design, you're gonna make like a web design Facebook group or LinkedIn, right? And once you create that group, and make sure it's publicly open so people that are interested to learn, because everything you're sharing in that group, it's basically 90% educational. You know what I mean? So you can try with that. You can also write, and this is a part of the search engine strategy actually. You can write an ebook and submit that ebook about design, about the graphic, about marketing. Then after that, submit it to like one of these popular, what you call it, like an ebook, sites. And you can also look into building a high quality business directory. I mean, there's a very, like in a Google My Business page and Yelp, if you have your own office. You can also look into the niche based directories. Bright Local put a list of like most popular local businesses and the directories for each business. So check that out. Go to Bright Local and check out for the top niche based directories. You can, what else you can do? Let's see. You can also make videos, educational videos through YouTube. You can write weekly blog posts. Let's see. You can also use the meetup to basically network with other designers or other people in the same niche, for example. Okay. You can also offer, and this actually helped me a lot with my business, is that I offer an outsourcing. So traditional agencies basically hire me or my company because they don't do digital. So what I do, I basically communicate with these traditional big agencies and tell them, hey, this is what I offer. If this is something that you're interested, that you want to offer to your customers, I'll be more than happy to do a white label or outsource. Okay. Also get certified in some of these, like online based certification, like the Google partners, if you want to learn analytics or the Search Console and whatnot, YouTube ads and Google ads. It's also good because once you get, especially with Google Partner Program, once you become a part of the Google Partners, they will do the training for you on your behalf, like virtually, so you can invite local businesses, and they will send you a lot of cool stuff. And you can also be within the Google Partners directory. So some businesses that understand to hire like the expert in Google Ads or YouTube ads, they basically have your information on the what do you call it, the Google Partner list, right? Also, I recommend, this is something I also did, which is join again, but at this time it might not work, which is the Toastmaster, because Toastmaster helped me to kind of improve a lot when it comes to like public speaking, right? 1 second. All right, so these are what else we have here. You can also do some at no cost or free work for nonprofit organization, because once you do some work for them, they can actually link it back to your site. I mean, they can mention it on their website, or you can have your company name on the bottom, and these nonprofit organizations, so you can get leads from there as well. Okay. Let's see what other tips they have here. You can also write guest posts on other, niche-based websites. You can also use case studies and share those on the social channels. You can also use like video testimony from clients, or just have your customer, your if you got few clients, friends, and whatnot, have to give them some reviews on review sites. Okay, let's see. You can also join a specific forum. What else? What other tips right here? Yeah, and don't forget to use like a LinkedIn, because LinkedIn also has an option for you. They have a service. You can blog on LinkedIn so that within the LinkedIn community people can see it. But guess what? LinkedIn also has a new service similar to Upwork and what else? Upwork and freelancers. It's like outsourcing. So you can create your own account. It's called Pro Finder. So, walaikum salam, brother Ghulam. How are you? Did you get my email? Yeah, a few days ago, maybe last week. Okay. So you can go to LinkedIn and set up a Pro Finder account so other businesses can find you through LinkedIn. One second. Awesome, brother Ghulam. Let me know if you have any more question. Okay, today basically one of the question I'm answering is that a lot of new beginners or freelancers or contractors basically ask me how to get more clients. So I basically shared a few tips. I'm gonna share link. This is specifically for how to get SEO clients, but some of the tips can be relevant to any businesses. Okay, so a lot of the information here is good. Some of them, like I said, I did it myself. I mean, building a business and getting clients. If you do things organically, it's gonna be time consuming, but it's worth it, and it's gonna take longer. But I think the fastest way, from my experience, that if you have a little bit of budget that you want to invest in ads, that can also get you leads, or you can just be patient and look at some of these suggestions on the link if you and how to get clients, and especially right now with the online presence and the websites and social media. I mean, you can do so much stuff. The opportunities are endless. You just have to be patient and active and consistent, and that's how you're gonna definitely get more clients and whatnot. Okay. So Dan, if you're still around, let me know if you have any resources. I would love to know how Disney's on search engine training looks like. If you have some resources, I would love to look at it. Let me know. Okay. All right. So if anybody has any more questions on digital marketing, websites, ads, and whatnot, feel free to ask. I'm going to wait for a minute. And after that, if I don't see any question, I will bounce. Okay. I can't into any but two big highlights were focus on video titles and understanding that most people watch social videos without sound. Yeah, that's a very good point because you also have to look into a captioning, right? Did they talk about ADA? Did they talk about American with Disability Act? Did they talk about the user experience? Because ADA also falls under the on-page SEO because you have, when it comes to the search engine optimization, mostly deals with the website and the online presence on Google, but on-page deals with the website and off-page deals with the external factors and strategies. Then YouTube has its own, search engine optimizations. You know what I mean? So we open with headlines designed to catch the eye and run videos with the baked-in subtitles, or we make sure that the first 30 seconds of the video can understand video without a sound. Yeah, especially on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, all those videos that plays usually they don't have a sound, but they have a caption, and the caption can help even whether you are deaf or not. But the caption can help me to kind of read it. If it's interesting, then they're going to click on the what you call it. They're going to click on the sound. But what you shared with me mostly deals with YouTube videos. But SEO is a huge SEO is many things. But right now the ADA it's another thing. So I'm not sure if Disney covered that when it comes to a website, how you have to make sure the website is compatible for people with disability. You know what I mean? Because they have a software that reads the images. If there's a video, especially people that cannot hear, they need to see the captioning, right? And the people are blind or colorblind, they have a different contrast color on the side than. So that's another thing that I'm heavily focused on this year. I looked at some of the organization that trains freelancers and agencies on how to make sure that you are going with the US's guideline when it comes to the American with Disability Act. So I hope they covered that part as well, because this concept is called accessibility. I mean, you'll see it on the mobile device. There's an option called accessibility. What is that for? That's people with disability, because in America we have more than 50 million disabled Americans, and believe it or not, 50% of those go to Amazon, go to Google, go to social media. They view the website, they purchase product. I mean, it is kind of sad that some people are either ignorant about it, or some people don't understand that yes, those are people like us. They do activities that like we do, but might be a little bit different. And we do have to show, not just show, but we have to be very compassionate and considerate about them as well, which is shocking to me that why nobody thinks about this stuff, right? I'm heavily pushing this for all the new clients that the website has to be ADA compliant, not just because the so-called lawsuit and the regulation, but also for those individuals that, I mean, they could be your customer too, but nobody really thinks about it until the family members, are disabled. Then they're going to care, which is kind of sad, but we should care anyway, regardless, right? So, so if they covered that subject, that would be great. You know what I mean? I'm just interested to see how different organization how they train and what they focus on, because search engine is one of my favorite topic, because it's a beast. It's constantly changing, and it interconnects everything. It interconnects the social. And now, how about this? Did they talk about voice search? I'm doing a series every Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time. We did actually part two this Sunday on the subject of the search engine. If you get a chance, check it out. I posted it. Go in my personal profile. If you scroll down, you will see the schedule. Have they talked about the voice search? How the Google home devices and the Alexa, and how everything is voice search based, and how by next year 50% of the search is not going to be just typing on Google, but it's actually voice. That means Google is collecting those information as well, which is fascinating to me. You know what I mean? So then you have with the emerging technologies, with the watch, the smart watch, and the size of the screen, the TV. I mean, those, and they're connected to the internet. So there are a lot of changes coming through, and of course the virtual reality or the VA. That's another thing as well. You know what I mean? So that's awesome, man, that you took some training from them. You know, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, if you get a chance, I mean, maybe you can look at some of my Sunday live streaming that we do for like a half an hour. Sometimes it might last for an hour. Just let me know. Let me know if there's anything I can cover. If they probably did not cover it, that would be great. All right. So looks like there's no more questions. So I'll be back sometime this week, folks. Maybe like around 6 or 7. Keep sending me your questions, DM them to me. And if you watch this as a replay, just tap the word replay. If you all enjoyed and benefit from this, don't forget to tag and share this. I would highly appreciate it. And for now, I'll just say bye-bye. Take care.